wanted to ask, what do you remember about that last game of last season down at the Outback Bowl, and how painful was it for you to end that season that way, and then what was the summer like getting back to where you are right now?
Yeah, it's been a tough journey. Obviously, that game was a big game for the program last year. We played really well. We came out with a victory, and the way I look at it is I'm just glad to have been a part of that. Obviously, didn't play the whole game, but being part of the preparation for that and contributing what I did, it meant a lot to me. It was tough to not be able to finish, but in the end, we got the win for Wisconsin. That's really all that matters. And it's been a long road of recovery since then, but I'm fully recovered and ready to get back with the guys and start playing football again.
I know that the offensive line is one of the question marks for this team going to camp just because of the thinness in numbers. How do you look at that right now, and how is there anything that we're not seeing there that as far as that being a concern?
Yeah, I mean, as far as not having numbers, we actually have a lot of guys. Maybe a little bit different this year. We got a lot of younger guys. Maybe not as many guys who have played, have experience. But we got a lot of young guys who are talented, a lot of young guys who are passionate. And, me and Tyler have played a lot of football, and we've been through a lot of stuff. So I think we can really help turn this young group into a really good, experienced group of O-linemen. Like I said, these kids are passionate, and they're going to be, in a couple of years, kind of the group that's going to lead this team.
When people look back at last year, seeing what you had to battle through, in the Outback Bowl and getting hurt, they look at the offensive line position these days as kind of a endurance thing. I think, can you get through a college football season these days? How tough is it? And in relation to the line depth, is that a concern? Is it? I guess first of all, is it hard to not get show the wear and tear of a college football season these days as an O lineman?
It's tough. It's definitely that's a true statement. Being able to have the physical endurance to get through a season is very important. And a lot of that starts with your preparation in the off season. We've done a good job of getting strong, working on our flexibility and conditioning. And a lot of it's just a game of football. Before last year, I never hurt my ankle in my life, and that happens, and you just got to roll with it, and that's just the game of football. Some of it's luck, some of it's preparation, but it's like you said, it's important to have a couple of guys that can come in and step in. I think every year I've played at Wisconsin, we've had to have a guy step in, so it'll be crucial to have a couple of guys that can really step in and be those key backups this year.
And what will it mean not to have Big Rob in there, and who takes over the leadership role that way?
Yeah, Rob was a huge part of the O-line. He was kind of the guy everybody looked up to every day. Vocal leader, physical presence. He brought a lot of energy to every practice. I think it's really time for us, me and Tyler, to kind of step up and be that guy. Not necessarily having to be vocal leaders, but guys that come to practice and work every day, and somebody the young offensive lineman can look up to and say, I need to be at that point come the season, and then we'll be a good team.
Lastly, with the whole offense, question marks about losing Melvin, question marks about can the passing game pick it up a little bit. What's your biggest question mark about what's going to happen? What are you most eager to see how this offense develops?
I think personally, just the offensive line. And I wouldn't even call it a question mark because, every year they say there's question marks. When we lost Monty Ball, is, who's going to be the next guy? Well, Melvin Gordon stepped up, and now we lost Melvin. Well, now we got Corey. And the same goes for the offensive line. We lost, 3 starters, but guys are going to step in, and guys are going to be just as good. So I don't see it as a question mark. I see it as that's really exciting to me to have some fresh faces in there, have some new energy in there, and a couple guys that we can really help. And we're going to have a whole new offensive line, and it's going to be a fun year.
Well, Dan, enjoy this season. Thanks for talking.
Yep, thank you.